hear me now? The people in the back can't hear me.
I think that's as loud as it goes.
Yeah, I'll try to speak loud so you can hear me. So I'm Rebecca. I am a junior at Centennial High School in Gresham, Oregon, and I am 16 years old. I have been being treated here at Shriners since 2013 for my scoliosis. It all started in 2013, that summer, when I was experiencing a lot of back pain. I was at a softball practice and I bent over and my mom saw a large hump on the right side of my back. And I had a pediatric exam on July 29th where I was officially diagnosed with scoliosis. They told me that I had curves of 35 degrees and 20 degrees. So I came to Shriners. My first appointment was on August 28th of 2013, where I was told that my curves were not 35 and 20, they were 54 degrees and 35 degrees, and that I ultimately required surgery. So during this whole diagnosis, I was feeling very alone, and we were researching a lot about scoliosis, and we stumbled upon a support group called Curvy Girls. On October 14th of 2013, I had my spinal fusion surgery to correct my curves, and within 6 months, I was fully released to play softball. So what is scoliosis exactly? Scoliosis is an abnormal curving of the spine. Everyone's spine naturally curves a tiny bit, but people with scoliosis have a spine that curved too much. It might look like the letter C or S. Mine was an S. Scoliosis affects about 2 to 3% of the population, and that's an estimated 6 million people. It primarily affects those between the age of 10 and 15 and is 8 times more likely to affect girls to the point where they need treatment to correct or maintain the curves. An estimated 30,000 children each year are put into a brace, and each year about 38,000 patients undergo spinal fusion surgery similar to mine. As I mentioned before, I found a scoliosis support group called Curvy Girls. And this is a network of peer-led support groups that reduce the emotional impact of scoliosis by empowering and encouraging girls through mutual support, acceptance, to become better leaders and make healthy lifestyle choices and to improve self-esteem. The founder of Curvy Girls' name is Leah, and she wore a brace and had surgery. She had to wear her brace for 23 hours, 7 days a week for over a year. But ultimately it didn't work and she did require surgery. So she couldn't find really any girls groups. She found a lot of support groups for the parents, but not a lot for the person going through it. So she decided to come up with a group where people were able to talk to each other, and it was for other girls that had scoliosis, not for the parents, because it's just as difficult for the girl, if not more. So she had her first group in New York in 2006, and it is a girls group completely led by other girls and by her peers. Teen Nick awarded Curvy Girls the Halo Award in 2009, and this award gave Curvy Girls the funds to go international. So I found Curvy Girls when I was researching scoliosis to know what exactly it was that I was up against, because I had no idea what scoliosis was before I was diagnosed. We noticed that there wasn't an Oregon leader, and I immediately wanted to take on this position because I didn't want anyone to feel as alone as I did when I was diagnosed. I had my first meeting in February of 2014, and I continued to have monthly meetings. I went from feeling like a victim to an advocate for scoliosis. We started with 4 girls, and we now have over 30 on our roster, and over 60% of these girls are being treated here at Shriners. And now Oregon actually has 2 Curvy Girls groups. I lead the one here in Portland, and another Shriners patient named Kate leads the group in Eugene. Curvy Girls is all over the country, though there are still some states that don't have a leader for groups, but we continue to get more groups all the time. We do have groups, I'm hitting myself with a microphone. We have groups in Australia, in Brazil, Canada, England, Guyana, India, Kenya, Mexico, Spain, Sweden, and Turkey. And most of these have monthly meetings. Some of them meet more than once a month. We in Oregon only meet once a month, and we talk about the frustrations of wearing a brace. We share stories about schools, sports, and how it is to live in a brace. It's really cool because it finally gives us an opportunity to know others like us and know what exactly it is that they're going through. We help prepare the girls emotionally for surgery because a good amount of our group has had surgery, and we also help them afterwards as they progress to go back to normal. We discuss different exercises and methods for treatment. Like there's a therapy that tends to help, it's called Schroth. I think the hospital is adapting a Schroth therapy here. And at these meetings, we also support the parents. So like the girls will split off and the parents are able to talk, and mom helps tons of parents all the time. So as it was said before, I am a rainbow girl. I come from a very Masonic family. My grandfather is a Shriner. My mom and my grandma are both Daughters of the Nile as well as other Masonic organizations. I started my Masonic journey in Pledge. And during my time in Pledge, I was the Sister of Spring in the Blossom Ceremony twice for the Grand Worthy Advisor. And I was initiated into Rainbow at age 11, the earliest I could get in. After 3 years of being in Rainbow, I joined the line at my assembly, and I just finished my term as Worthy Advisor in September. I am now in the line again as Charity and will be Worthy Advisor in a year. I have had the honor to serve at 3 grand offices for the state. I have been Grand Musician and Grand Patriotism, and this year I am serving as Grand Drill Leader and Grand Representative to the Dakotas, Virginia, and Espírito Santo, Brazil. In my time as a Grand Officer, I have helped raise over $1,000 for the state service projects that support the Shriners Hospital. This year, Oregon Rainbow is in a steampunk odyssey. The steam-powered Sassy Lassie Grand Officers are led by Grand Worthy Advisor Sister Grace Wolbaum and Supreme Deputy Miss Terry Roman. The state service team helps with many different fundraising opportunities, and all the Grand Officers sell raffle items, t-shirts, coasters, and many other fundraising items to raise money for the state service project. Rainbow assemblies all across Oregon are helping the Grand family raise money for the state service project, and this year we are fundraising for the Shriners Transportation Fund. This assists families that cannot afford or provide their own transportation to and from the hospital. Last year we raised money for the EOS microdose low radiation imaging systems upgrade. It was running at about 8% of the radiation of a traditional x-ray machine, and with the upgrade it now runs at 2 to 3% of the radiation. So this is really cool for me because I'm in that machine a lot, and now I don't have as much risk at the radiation. Oregon Rainbow donated close to $14,000 for the upgrade. Not only do we help fundraise for the hospital, we also help advocate for it throughout the state. We very much enjoy our time with the Shriners Hospital Support Club and going to the different parades and participating on the float. We've attended parades all over the state. We participate in the Starlight Parade here in Portland, the East-West Shrine Game Parade in Baker City, and this Friday we're going to the Veterans Day Parade in Albany. We've also helped pass out informational packets at minor league baseball games here in Portland. We also have a very fun time helping the Daughters of the Nile decorate the Christmas trees here. We decorate about 18 themed Christmas trees throughout the hospital, and we really enjoy it because we have an opportunity to learn about different branches of the Masonic family and get to know all you lovely ladies. We also had the opportunity to serve at the ceremonial banquet on the 5th, and we very much enjoyed that. Not only do we support our Masonic family here at the hospital, we also support the Abate Toy Runners for the toy drive they do on the first Saturday in December. So they bring toys for the children who are spending their Christmas here in the hospital, and they also bring toys to be given out throughout the year. This and the tree decorating are a great opportunity for the girls to help spread some holiday cheer for the patients that spend their holidays here in the hospital. I'd like to finish my time with you by saying thank you. Thank you for helping to provide amazing doctors to make us healthy. Thank you for your continued support of the Masonic youth groups. And a very, very special thank you to all of you, the Daughters of the Nile, for the countless hours of work to make every patient that walks through the door feel loved, taken care of, and as close to home as a hospital could be. But mostly, thank you very, very much for helping me be a normal kid again.